The world of dentistry is going through a lot of changes right now, just like the rest of the world. We're seeing cataclysmic change, and during the pandemic, things have changed. And matter of fact, there's some extra challenges that we're encountering in Job Connect when we find people, dentists looking to get a job, because now there's some challenges. But to find out what's going on and how we can address that, we've asked none other than Dr. Paul Goodman, Dr. Nacho, we call him, to join us. Paul, how you doing today?
Doing great, Terry. Thanks for being here and talking with me. Really excited to share some strategies, but also some real concerns we have going on in the associate matchmaking world.
Yeah, I think it was particularly interesting what you were talking about before we started the recording. You were saying in today's market, it's going to be even tougher this coming July of 2021 because of some of the complications. You thought, wait a minute, we went through the pandemic last year. It should be better, et cetera. But what you're saying makes sense. Tell us a little bit about that and some of the challenges within the dental community.
We'd be glad to. We're here in the Northeast. We're supposed to snow a little bit today, but it resonates with us. Is it going to snow next week? Is it going to snow next month? Let's get prepared for what happens. So I've been helping dentists connect for jobs for over 15 years, since 2005. In the olden days, when we just had, real letters and calling on the phone. And one of the things that happens every year is 6,000 new dentists graduate from dental school. Dentists are graduating from residencies, and they're looking to fill positions out there in private practice. Now, we've never had great systems for this, but it's usually worked out okayish. But this year with the pandemic is different. And I can explain a few reasons why, and why everyone watching should lean forward, because this affects all of us, practice owners, people looking for jobs, because I believe we're going to have a crisis with not enough jobs for new dentists in July of 2021.
Yeah, one of the things you were mentioning was that because we're quarantined in many ways, we're not having as many live meetings, that then they don't have the contact. Tell us a little bit more about that, the importance of that physical in-person contact, and not having that, how that's going to affect them.
Right, I would love to. So first, I love running in-person C events. I hope they come back soon. And I used to do these things. Think of them like giant high school dental dances. Okay, you're a 55-year-old practice owner. Go talk to this 27-year-old dentist. Just talk to him, see what happens. And magic would happen. They'd be sitting there having lunch saying, oh, my friend is looking for an associate out in Villanova, PA. And the younger dentist says, my friend is living out there. So those connections we've really missed. The face-to-face connections where people say things they won't necessarily say online, they won't say through Facebook, and not for any bad reasons, they just don't think of them. So one reason is we've not had this in-person connection as dentists, which has been fundamental to the job connection world.
Yeah, you were mentioning, I think that's going to be real, because as good as video is, you and I both know video is great. We use it a lot here. It's still not in person, and that's something. But then you were mentioning another thing there. There's a lot of people who are experienced dentists. They've got some years under their belt working. They're in the dental community, and now they are coming back competing with those who are fresh out of college. Tell me a little bit about that.
This is a big thing that I see through my Facebook messengers, through our Nacho team, through Jill at Job Connect. So we have to be realistic. I'm a just be nice type of person. It's important, but just be real is the reality. And what's happened is many associates who are experienced have had their hours reduced, possibly their position is finished, and now they're back in the job dating pool. And if they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of experience and they weren't expecting it, but now they're looking for a job, it's normal for practice owners and DSOs and corporate groups to want to hire someone with experience. So that's a challenge that people just getting out of school and residencies will be facing.
Yeah, and the third one that you were talking about reminds me of something we heard John F. Kennedy talk about when he said, a rising tide lifts all boats. He used that a lot. That means also if it's going down, all boats go down. And in the dental profession now, the pie seems to have gotten a little bit smaller. The practice isn't doing as well. How's that going to affect it?
I mean, I'm standing here in Philadelphia, one of my favorite movies, Denzel Washington, explained it to me like I'm a 4-year-old. So how I can explain it and how I like to explain it is my dental practice is making less money than it did in the past. There's less total production in our dental practice, So we don't have the revenue to hire as many dentists. And this is happening across the country. So practice owners are trying to survive, getting back to thrive. And this might be temporary-ish, Terry. It might be a year or two, but there's still those 6,000 new dentists that are being thrust out into the world that need to connect with these offices that just might not have enough production. Or we all can think of this, that office pizza lunch where people run up there and say, darn it, there's no more pizza left. That's a real concern. Less production in each dental office.
Yeah, and yet at the same time, in the midst of all of that, you have come up with yet some more initials. I love the way you do that. You've got all kinds of these wonderful little initials that we remember, like Just Be Nice, JBN, and things like that. But you were telling us before we started recording here, VCP. Okay, you got us wondering, what is VCP and how's that going to help the dentisting humans?
And one of the things I want to share, I'm glad you said this, is how we memorize stuff in anatomy. Some of it mildly risque, some of it not as risque. We remember things in anatomy on how the nerves work with acronyms. So it's very normal for dentists to love these acronyms because that's how we would memorize things for anatomy or other things. So VCP is this: how any dentist can improve the chance of finding a job. Terry, you ready? For free. Dentists really love free. So listen in.
Good.
Using VCP. So these three letters will help you. Number one, Terry, you and I are fans of this. Video. Make yourself a BTL, bring to life video, a 30 to 60 second video on you, upload it to YouTube for free, and share it with connectors. Now, what might go in this video? Let me share with you in 30 seconds. Hi, my name is Dr. Paul Goodman. I graduated from Penn Dental School in 2002. I did a multi-year general practice residency. I love all types of dentistry, especially implants. I'm looking for a job in the Philadelphia area. You can reach out to me at any time by emailing paul@dentalnachos.com or texting me at 215-543-6454. I would love to hear from you. So simple, 12 sentences, Terry, that they put into video, and you're the video guru, that you can share. So video is the number one part of VCP.
Put an exclamation mark behind that. So what does C stand for?
Okay, C, another thing, totally free, okay? Calls and cases. One, don't go fancy. Pick up phone. Call offices in the area where you want to work. Don't ask them for a job. Very weird, okay? Ask them, hey, this is Dr. Paul Goodman. I'm finishing my residency program. I would love to find out what dentistry is like in this area. I would also like to learn, is this a good place to raise a family and live? If I could connect with your dentist for a few minutes on the phone or even take him or her out to lunch, I would love to do that. You will be amazed. You want to know why, Terry? Office managers, people who answer the phone at dental offices, can be supportive, kind, and caring. So when they hear a young dentist saying they want to talk to my dentist, my team would get me and say, talk to this dentist. And you will be amazed. Dentists aren't always good in groups, but one-on-one and things like that, they will reach out to you and you'll find some magic. They might not need an associate, but their best friend from dental school who's 58 and still has an AOL account, no offense to AOL accounts, they may say, hey, my friend down the street needs it. So that's calls, Terry. Cases is this: take your dental cases, some good ones that you've done, put them on a PDF and email a few before and afters. So Terry, I know you are a dental patient, not a dentist, but you've seen people who've had yellow teeth have white teeth. You've seen people missing a tooth have a tooth. Put together simple cases like that you can share with practice owners and groups to show off what you can do.
I like that. So we got V for video, C for the calls and cases. All right, what does the P stand for?
P here is one of the easiest ones of all, but it takes going a little bit out of your comfort zone, just a little. That's where growth happens. Mark Costas, people, growth happens out of your comfort zone. Post positive, supportive, and genuinely curious comments on dental Facebook groups. Dental Facebook groups have so many dentists, Terry, hanging out, learning, sharing, having fun. I know it can be scary. I know you might think someone's going to yell. Someone's going to say something not so nice. If that happens, just let it roll off your back. That happens at times. But if you're genuinely supportive, hey, this is a great case. Oh, how does this work out there in the real world? You will be seen more in these Facebook communities, not just Dental Nachos. It could be Dental Clinical Pearls, the Business of Dentistry, the Dental Success Institute. So go out into these virtual communities, Terry, and post positive comments. That's VCP.
VCP sounds good. And Paul, we see the graphic below here. They can send a text job to 215 right there in the Philly area, 543-6454. Any final words, Paul, before we let you go?
I mean, I really enjoy talking to you, Terry. You've helped me so much be able to do more of this. Going out there and getting a job in the real world is the first step to be able to live your dentisting dream. You've worked this hard. Now you have to go and do this in private practice. There's no book to read. There's no application to fill out. It's just real life. If we can help you, reach out to us at dentalnachos.com. Our Dentist Job Connect platform has over 50 open positions right now. As you said, Terry, you can text job to 215-543-6454, and they'll get all those positions. Thanks so much, Terry.
Paul, thank you very much. And for those of you watching this is an opportunity for you. Reach out here. The resources are available, and it can help you. It's a great community to get involved with. Even if you don't have a need right now, could happen later. Take available of that, make yourself available of that information, and you'll be glad you did. I'm Terry Brock. Thanks for being with us today.